Hello travelers, so today we're doing a quick unboxing here of these 3 items from PGYTECH. Now you may or may not know this company from selling drones and electronics, but here they now have a couple of camera accessories of these 3, which I find this one to be the most interesting for traveling. But they did send me this camera strap here, and I do have a similar one very much like this from Peak Design, and of course these do look quite similar to Peak Design straps, but I will get into a bit more detail on that in a moment. The box here is very nice. As you can see, it has magnets in it, and you can actually take a look at the strap and feel the design of it and everything. So let's take a look and see what you get inside the box here. So you get some nice stickers here, and it's very nicely packaged. You can see in the bottom, these are the little, I believe those are the notches. Let me just open it up. Oh yeah, so you get an Allen key here for adjusting how tightly. Oh, well, that's interesting. All right, so you actually get more in here than I expected. With a Peak Design, often you have to buy this thing separately. This is the quick release plate, which actually goes on to the bottom here. Let's see. So you can see here, you can attach the quick release plate to the bottom of the camera and then put these attachment points onto the quick release plate, or you can put the attachments directly onto the attachment points on the camera. So that quick release plate is actually quite a good idea. I might use that method. So I can feel the actual padding here is very nice, very durable. And I'll cut in some shots of me actually trying this on with the camera. But just as a quick first thoughts, yeah, very nice. And there's like an adjustment plate here. And so the attachment point is very interesting. So you actually get these sort of little circular bobbins that kind of fit into this rounded area here. So you just click that in, very easy and quick to click in. And then you press this part here, that releases them. So yeah, it's actually quite an interesting system, and it does feel very secure, although it is slightly thicker perhaps than the Peak Design system. I believe, yeah, this is a adjustment strap, so you can actually loosen or tighten depending on how long you want the strap to be. Okay, so taking a look at the wrist strap version, this is probably the one that I would take with me most often because it's smaller, and I often carry the camera in a bag or a sling, and then I just put that around my wrist when I'm shooting and then put it back in the sling. But you can see here inside the box, so you get the same rounded attachment point here, and it obviously also has a magnet to flip it around your wrist, very similar again to the Peak Design one. So taking a look inside here, you get some more stickers, which is cool. And this is a nice brown color. You get an additional attachment bobbin thing. And you get more bendy bits. So again, you get the ball, and that just clicks in there nice and easily with a click. Press that to release and click it back in. Now it feels very premium quality. That actually feels like a nice suede sort of leather material. And if I just pop that on my wrist, you can see, oh, I guess the magnet's up here. Oh no, I felt that. There you go. So there is a magnet there in this part. I think, yeah, I can feel that there. And you can actually kind of see that notch there. So that is the magnet. So that you should be able to move that magnet depending on the adjustment you want on your strap. So if I adjust that a bit tighter, you can see there it actually sits fairly magnetized, nice and securely, you can see there. So very nice and quick and easy adjustment. Feels very premium quality, and yeah, definitely recommend. Alright, so this is probably the most interesting one out of the 3. This is the Createmate high-speed card reader case. Fairly got a bit of weight to it. Let's crack in and have a look. In the box we have an instruction manual, some more interesting stickers here, and all this feels secure. We have quite a nice, feels like a fully metallic little carabiner here that actually has a fair bit of weight to it. let's open this up. And then this clip, so you can actually clip this onto the outside of your bag. I believe they show that, no, on the actual website, they show you can clip this on the outside of your bag. It's rubber. I think it is splash or waterproof. I'll have to double check. Yeah, it's IP54 waterproof protection, or I guess that is splash protection. Let's take a look inside here. So you just push from one side, and so it looks like this is like a drawer. So it actually doesn't come out from this case. I thought it actually came out. So that is like a drawer. So that's quite interesting. So I believe this is where you store SD cards. There is a SIM card remover and space for micro SD cards. All right, so there's storage here for the cards. And then you have the nano SIM card storage and a SIM removal key. And then you have a USB built-in cable here. And then you have the SD slot and a micro SD slot. And then storage for more cards here. So because this part actually doesn't come out, it's like a drawer like this. It just sort of pops out. This is going to be interesting to see how this comes out. So yeah, that's enough space to wind the cord around there, and then so you plug this into your computer and you read the SD cards there. So very interesting design and a nice lot of storage as well, with a bit of extra protection built in from weather and splash. Yeah, so very nice and neat. So that is it, just a really quick hands-on first look at these items. I would say that, you know, this carabiner is in a little bit of an awkward spot. It should have probably been on the other end, because when you press this up, that can kind of get in the way of the cable. But overall, I do think that's quite a nice design, and definitely nice and rugged for, you know, photographers who would need something like this, and obviously also for travelers who are using this kind of storage.